All right. So balancing redox reaction in acidic medium. Balancing redox reaction in acidic medium. So the first rule is check for increase in oxidation number. The second rule, the second rule is to separate the reaction into oxidation half reaction and or reduction half reaction. Then the third rule is add water to the part with less or no oxygen. Add hydrogen ion to the part with less or no hydrogen. Balance the charges on each half cell reaction by adding electrons. Balance the electrons on both half cell reaction to be equal by multiplying with the coefficient of electrons interchangeably. Combine left and right hand side of both reactions and then cancel out the electrons. So let's try it with this example. So applying rule 1, we're going to be having to check which one is increased. This is 0. Any compound on its own is having, or element on its own, this chlorine gas is having 0 as the oxidation number. Here, everything here is equals to -2. Then here, notice that chlorine is now having -1. And right here, this one is still -2. Okay, I wonder all these compounds where they're getting it from. Or in whichever case, in this case, I can say that it's looking as if chlorine is a decrease because this one remained the same, -2, but it moved from 0 to -1. And decrease in oxidation number means reduction. So I will now say, using number 2, separate into oxidation half reaction. So I will say oxidation half cell reaction. So I have SO3 2 minus 2, SO4 2 minus. Okay. Now notice something. I'm going to get to reduction half cell reaction, but before I do that, let me add water to the part with less or no oxygen. So adding water now, I have 4 here, 4 oxygen here, I have 3 oxygen here, so I just add plus H2O. So I have 1 and 3, 4. This is balanced. But notice that immediately I do that, this now becomes 2 hydrogens this side. So I'll do plus 2H plus. So notice that the hydrogen is now 2 this way. So if I do that, let's now go to the reduction half cell reaction. So I do reduction half cell reaction. Or you say reduction half reaction. So for reduction half cell reaction, you can see that is chlorine. I will now say Cl2 to Cl minus. So what will happen is we've separated it into oxidation reaction and this one. So the next part of the equation, or the formula, the rule, sorry, I'm trying to use the rule to guide us, and we'll solve this to the end. So notice that the next rule, after adding hydrogen ion to the part with less or no hydrogen, balance the charges on each half cell reaction by adding electrons. So notice that here I have -2. This -2 is invisible one here. Then I have 2 times, so I have +2. So -2 plus 2, -2 plus 2 will give me 0. But here I have just -2. So what I will do here is to say plus 2e minus, so that I have -2 and -2. Remember we said we do that by adding electrons. So I've added the electrons. So here, let's balance this one. Here I have -1, here I have 0. In order to balance the charges, I'll say plus E minus. So if I do plus E minus, I now have -1 here. So the next thing is to balance, use the rule of number 6. Balance the electrons on both half cell reaction to be equal by multiplying the coefficient of electron interchangeably. Alright, let's find the coefficient. Here, the coefficient of electron here is 1. And right here, the coefficient of electron here is 2. So notice, because I have 2 electrons here in the oxidation half reaction, carry that to use it and multiply this one. Because the rule here, this rule number 6 is that we need to balance the electrons of both half of cell reaction to be equal. So I will carry the 2 that I see here, the 2 that I'm seeing here, use it to multiply this one. Then the 1 that I'm seeing here, use it to multiply this one. So by the time you do it, you now see that what you are having is now going to be, so you're not going to be having 1 times anything is that thing. So this is now going to be SO3 2 minus plus H2O, yes, SO4 2 minus plus 2H plus plus 2E minus. Now 2 times here. Good. Again, 2 times this, I'm going to be having 2Cl2. There's so much air here, plus 2E minus 2Cl minus. So notice that I have this here. This on the left, this on the right. But before cancelling, let me see. The next rule says combine left and right hand side of both reaction and then cancel out the electrons. So let's combine. Let's try to combine both sides. So notice that here the left hand side is going to be SO3 2 minus plus H2O plus 2Cl2 plus 2E minus. Then the right hand side is going to be SO4 2 minus plus 2H plus plus 2E minus plus 2Cl minus. So notice I have electron here, I have electron here. I can cancel it because it's on both sides of the reaction. So if I do that, I'm now having SO3 2 minus plus H2O plus 2Cl2. Then I have SO4 2 minus plus 2H plus plus 2Cl minus. Okay, so there you have it. So at this point, we now need to check if we have a balanced equation. So to check, we'll first start with the ions. So notice here I have minus 2, no other charge. Here I have minus 2. Here I have plus 2. That's plus times 2, plus 2, minus 2. Now this is minus. Minus times 2. So minus 2. So minus 2 plus 2 will cancel out. So I have minus 2, minus 2. Charge is balanced. So next thing is to find out all the things I have here. So I will now have SOHCl. So how many sulfur do I have here? 1. How many do I have this set? 1. Then how many oxygens do I have here? 3. 1, 4. Maybe here I have just 4. 4. How many hydrogens? 2. Here I have 2. How many chlorine? 2 times 2, 4. Maybe 4. 2 times 2, 4. Wow. Okay. Then how many do I have this side? I'm seeing just 2. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So our chlorine actually, okay, in the first place, why we are having that problem is that in the first place, okay, that chlorine came when we multiply by 2, yes. So in the first place, when we did 2 times this, we have, yes, we have 2 of this, then we now have 2 of this. So chlorine is 4 on this side, but here chlorine is 2. Wow. So chlorine is the problem. Let's see. Okay, so see where we started our issue is that first of all this is Cl2. When we did this thing to be Cl minus, it's supposed to be 2Cl minus. It's supposed to be 2Cl minus. From this first part, if you have chlorine gas and you have to dissociate like to get the ion, this is going to be 2Cl minus. So at the point where before we even did this is supposed to be 2Cl minus. So that by the time you now do 2 times this is supposed to now be 4. 2 times this is now supposed to be 4Cl, 4Cl. So this is supposed to be, from the first place, this is supposed to be 4Cl. Sorry, 4Cl. Go back and check, you see that we are correct. Like if you have Cl2 here, associating to have an ion is supposed to be 2Cl minus. So if we are timesing by 2 based on using the rule of coefficient, this is supposed to be 2, this is supposed to be 4. So 4Cl. So that means our chlorine is actually 4. So at this point we can say balanced for acidic medium. So there you have it. In our next class, we are going to be teaching you how to balance our redox reaction in basic medium. So remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.